Hello and greetings, dear viewers. Today I have a poem about Vasily Smyslov, the former world champion, and the name of the poem is The Shopping Endgame. Every world champion is always instrumental in taking the game forward. He or she usually would have brought in some development, made some changes, and ensured that they are at the pinnacle of their prowess. With respect to Vasily Smyslov, there are a lot of positives in his game. Of course, a very strong player, otherwise, you wouldn't be a world champion. One of the key things that stood out compared to the other players in that era was his endgame skills, and especially transitioning to the endgames, which was one of the hallmarks of a great player. He was also recognized very much for his harmony and symphony of pieces, where he was able to coordinate the pieces really well. The other player who comes close to this, the other world champion who has similar trait, is Anatoly Karpov. With respect to Shopping Endgame, this is a very interesting insight where Jenna Sosonko writes about Vasily Smyslov and says that at a particular point of time, Vasily Smyslov used to purchase items from the shop, and then he used to constantly go for exchange and take another product. And this became a habit. This is very interesting considering that his chess game also reflected something about what he liked to do personally as well. So I thought it would be a nice correlation, and that's the reason I wrote this poem. So this is the background. Vasily Smyslov, even when he was purchasing items at that time, it was very common for people to go and exchange whatever they bought if they didn't like. Smyslov was no exception, and then he used to exchange that. And coincidentally, on the board as well, he liked to exchange pieces and transition to the endgame. So let's get on with the poem then. Smyslov had an obsessive habit, which was common at those times. He would purchase items enthusiastically, rarely use it immediately. He derived pleasure in exchanging, adding a bit of complaining. The first exchange having gone smoothly, he developed a feeling for it dearly. The endgame virtuoso, who exchanged pieces and steered games toward endgames, had a similarity in real life too, developing a unique shopping groove. Masters too have unique habits, only their genius stand out a bit, calming others who are working on their improvement while coping with their own predicament. I hope you like the poem. The full poem, as usual, is in the description. Thank you very much for your time.